What is going on, everybody? Soliday Holiday here, back with another Kenshi mod video. Thankfully, the Kenshi community is truly an awesome one to be a part of because the mod creators have been releasing all different types of new and interesting mods for us. And today we are going to be taking a look at 13 different mods that you need to check out. That being said, if you liked the video, consider hitting that thumbs up button. It truly does help me out. And if for some reason you like my commentary, hit that big red subscribe button. Make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video for my favorite mod of the list and let me know down in the comment what your favorite mod of the list is. You guys are awesome, and we were really close to 1,000 subscriber milestone, so I appreciate every single one of you. So the first mod on the list that we have is Crazy NPC Siege, and this is the mod creator. So this mod adds two little new towns, My Enemy and My Ally. I highly recommend not going anywhere near My Enemy unless you have like 250 characters that are like max level, because when I did, they destroyed my entire squad almost immediately. But what this mod allows you to do is you can go into the ally town and talk to the diplomatic person. From here, you can choose to start 3 different types of wars: a weak war, a war, and a crazy war. Once you start a war, you can speak to the war starter again and pay for different reinforcements or supplies or really anything that you need. These reinforcements and supplies will be sent to your compound or your base. Then, once the war is started, the enemy base will send all different types of enemies at your base in different waves. They'll send wave after wave of bandits, dark hives, gurglers, and robots. This is a fun new way to experience Kenshi, especially if you're in late game and you don't really have a whole lot more to explore or really to do. One of the cool things about this mod is that you can turn the war on and off whenever you want, and the mod does not affect the rest of the game unless you start the war. So you could have this mod downloaded and not even realize anything has changed unless you stumble upon the 2 different bases. Mod number 12 is a mod that I'm really excited about featuring because honestly I've been waiting for something like this for a little while. I'm happy to inform you about Sparring Partners Training by Eskarn. So this mod allows you to have 2 different characters in your squad spar. This mod makes it so you can see who is stronger, and it also allows you to train up your character's skills. So the way that this mod works is you need to dismiss one of your characters from your squad. And I know that's a little scary, but one of the things that the mod creator highly recommends is saving before you actually dismiss them. But once you dismiss the character, you'll be able to talk to them and ask them to spar for a specific amount of time. Once this training period is done, they will actually just rejoin the squad on their own. And if this messes up and they don't rejoin the squad automatically, you can just talk to them and have them rejoin. If you want to have a character in a blocking state for the spar, you can just have that character set on block before you dismiss them, and they will stay blocking once the sparring starts. This mod, along with our mod number 11, Training Weapon Vendor by Vertigo, make for the perfect combination. The reason why is that normally if you spar with the weapons, your characters are actually going to take damage. But if you use the training weapons, they will not take damage and they will just continue to spar. You can find the weapons training vendor at way stations, rebel cities, and other cities throughout the Kenshiverse. The original concept of this mod was you can use it to fight prisoners. But if you can have 2 of your characters fight each other to build up their stats, that's even better in my opinion. There are a couple of issues and things that you need to keep in mind when using these mods. Be careful of characters that you have that are from factions. When they are dismissed, they rejoin that faction until they come back to your party, so you might accidentally get a lot more sparring partners than you meant to. If a character is unconscious when the spar time runs out, they will not rejoin the squad on their own. One of the problems that I ran into is that if a character goes unconscious while sparring, they might try to play dead and eat up a lot of that sparring time. And that's one of the things that the training weapon vendor helps with. I think that the combination of these 2 mods is a really cool concept and really makes sense if you think about it. If you're trying to train up your own army, right, you're going to spar each other to try to develop your skills. The next mod is mod number 10, Dead Hive Invasion, brought to you by Davabob. This mod is meant to be a world-conquering mod that merges the features from Fogman Rising and Fogman Invasion. With this mod, you can play as the Dead Hive and build up your Dead Hive faction and lead them to conquer the world. This mod covers most of the continent Fog, which allows the Fogmen to roam across all the Kenshiverse. That being said, if you don't like the fog, there is an option to turn it off on the mod page through an add-on. Because the fog is everywhere, it allows the Fogmen to regenerate from their injuries and allow them to get back up and fight just a little bit longer. This mod includes 2 unique starts, Dead Hive Invasion Origins and Dead Hive Invasion Head Start. The Origin Start starts you off as a Fog Prince, and you can start amassing your army from there. The new start, Head Start, spawns you in with 43 different Dead Hive and Dead Hive animals. This start gives you plenty of building materials and research books and all that fun stuff to start the game, and is exactly what it claims to be, a head start. As you're attempting to build your army, you will be able to recruit Fog Men, Fog Princes, and Fog Praetorian, and others just by talking to them. This mod also adds a recolored hive armor from the Hives Expanded, exclusively for hives that you can craft. To play with this mod, you also need to download Hive Expanded, Hive Buildings, Hive Village Pack, Forgotten Buildings, and Mist Schools. The author has future plans and has already implemented coding so that the Fogmen will be independent of the player, so you don't have to play as a Dead Hive if you don't want to. So, in theory, you could download this mod to take on the Dead Hive invasion yourself. The next mod on our list is mod number 9, Skeleton Armor by Lornus. This is a simple quality of life mod, and all this mod does is allows skeletons to wear armor in every slot. One of the frustrating things for me was when I wanted to have my main character as a skeleton, or there was a skeleton in my party, and I found a piece of gear that was just awesome for them, but they couldn't wear it. This mod fixes that problem. This mod allows skeletons to wear a shirt piece, a boot piece, and a helmet piece. There are some clipping issues with certain pieces of armor, but it's a small price to pay to help protect those skeletons. Mod number 8 is going to be Power Limiter. This is a mod for people who have high level characters and want a little assistance in developing their character skills. This mod allows you to buy a power limiter, which takes the appearance of shackles. What this power limiter does is it negatively impacts all of your combat skills to pretty much make you horrible, and it also weighs 250 kilograms to allow you to develop your strength at the same time. You can buy this power limiter from the Armor King for nothing. This mod would be great if you have a high level character and you want to help develop their skills just a little bit more. I've covered idle training in the past, and if you would like to see that mod, you should check out the video in the top right hand corner, but wait until this one's done. But that mod puts in different training stations where you can train up a character's strength and dexterity and all that fun stuff, but one of the skills that they forgot about was toughness. But don't worry, that's what mod number 7 helps with. I give you Toughness Training Dummy by Program. The reason why I love these mods is because once you have a bunch of different characters and you're in the end game, it can be almost a chore to train up a new character's skill. This mod, along with the idle training mod, allows you to recruit new characters and get their skills up to par without spending an extra 10 hours. This mod puts a dummy that allows you to train a character's toughness skill up to 54. Once you download this mod, you can find the dummy in the interior section in your buildings tab. I don't know why it would be there rather than the training tab, but hey, I'm not a mod creator. Mod number 6 is going to be Vassalize the World, brought to you by Law H. I've covered the Take Over the World mod in a past video, but what Vassalize the World allows you to do is go in and kill the NPC that the mod creator has put in every city or town. Once you do this, you can conquer main towns and vassalize them, which allows you to collect taxes from these towns. This is different from the Take Over the World mod because it allows you to keep the shopkeepers in the towns for the most part. And the shopkeepers will keep on selling, but their items might change. And one of the cool things is you will be able to collect taxes from the tax collector that is in each town. Once you kill the leader of each town, you need to retreat from the area so the town is able to re-render, then you can come back. The mod creator says do not rename the conquered towns or they will duplicate. And the mod creator also said that most mods should be compatible with this one unless it's a translation mod. If you're a person that likes to go and immerse themselves in the lore of a game and find out the history, then mod number 5 might be perfect for you. It is brought to you by Russell Jim. What this mod does is it adds 70 new books, notes, letters, and bounty posters to the game for your lore reading pleasure. The mod creator says that they are written to be lore friendly and add more depth and immersion to the world. And the mod creator is adding new books as they write them, so expect even more to come. So say that you played the game multiple times over, right? And you don't really feel like going throughout the map and revealing everything for the 4th time. That is what this next mod is going to help with. It is mod number 4, World Revealer, going back to the basics. With this mod, you can go to almost any adventure shop or supply shop and buy the map for about 2,500 cats. When you click on the map, it will reveal everything on the map for you. I highly recommend not using this or really most of these mods if you are a new player. Part of the fun of Kenshi is going out and exploring and learning about the world for yourself. Mod number 3 is going to be CM Road and CM Road Add-on by Cause. This mod is more of an aesthetic than anything, but have you ever wanted to create your own roads or just add a road from your base to the city or town nearest you? That's what this mod does. It allows you to make your own roads and allows you to customize them to a certain extent. I know this mod doesn't seem like a lot, but I think it adds something to the game that I didn't know that I needed. You can choose between 3 different types of roads, and you can put lights and guardrails on the side of said roads if you want to. This mod takes me back to my Minecraft days, where I would build a makeshift road between the towns or the bases on my server. I'm a huge fan, and I think that the possibilities for this make it a really unique mod. One of my favorite parts of Kenshi is going throughout the world and exploring, trying to find cool new places and harder people to fight, and that's exactly what this next mod gives you the ability to do. I give you mod number 2. More exploration location, and here's the mod creator. This mod adds new buildings and bases for you to go and explore. It adds 5 ancient science labs, 3 ancient workshops, 4 lost armories, 4 lost libraries, 4 old Empire supply outposts, a berserker base, a grass pirate base, and finally a black desert ninja base. This mod adds even more exploration and adventures to the Kenshi game, and I downloaded it almost immediately. The last but not least mod on our list today is Dungeon Exploration mod by Still Doll. This mod adds 3 different types of dungeons to the Kenshi world. It adds cave ruins, Raptor Ruins, and Ruins of Ashim Castle. I honestly had a blast infiltrating each dungeon with all my characters and exploring each little side tunnel. The guards and the animals in the dungeon are difficult, but not too difficult, and the loot is well worth it. This mod adds an interesting new dynamic to Kenshi and adds a little small adventure to be had on your big adventures. If you don't feel like going out and searching for them, you can buy a treasure map at any adventure shops. This mod also adds 2 different factions, the Explorer faction and the Illegal Diggers faction. To go throughout these dungeons, you actually have to fix your camera on one of your characters, otherwise your camera will just click out of the dungeon. But if this is too much of a hassle for you, you can download the Remove Collision add-on so you can move your camera around freely, but I highly recommend just fixating on one character. And that is the end of our list today. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite mod of this video was. And that being said, if you liked the video, consider giving the video a like. It truly does help me out. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. In the top left, there should be a Kenshi mod playlist that you can click on. In the top right, there should be a Kenshi tips and tricks playlist you can click on. Follow me on social media. Those links will be down in the description. And have a good one and be safe.